We have a lot to discuss in today's video. Arman Tsarukyan recently gave his reaction to the UFC announcing Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for the interim lightweight world championship while he sits on the sidelines, and also in the process revealed that the original plan from the UFC was for them to announce Ilia Topuria versus Paddy Pimblett in January, and said that he and his managers knew that that was going to happen regardless of his Dan Hooker win. He knew about that before the Dan Hooker fight, which is absolutely insane to hear. I'm also going to go through some other things in today's video. There are some leaks that are going around that Oliveira versus Holloway 2 is being made for the BMF World Championship. That's going to be a very, very interesting matchup and really does apply to Arman Tsarukyan's situation right now, because who's he going to fight? Probably the winner of this. And I also want to break down at the end of this video, there's a viral clip of Alex Pereira knocking out a heavyweight sparring partner, and a bunch of people on Twitter are trashing him for posting this and for knocking out this guy in the gym. And there's a lot of backlash for Alex Pereira, but there's a lot of context that goes into this that I feel has been intentionally left out by a lot of MMA pages. And it actually does explain the situation and why Alex Pereira is not at fault whatsoever. It was a really nasty KO blow, though. He badly put the guy down. So we'll get to that at the end of the video, but we're going to start with Arman Tsarukyan's recent reaction to the situation at lightweight right now. I'm going to cover Brett Okamoto, and we're going to get into this right away. So Arman, what do you think about this matchup being made, and did you know about this situation?
Justin Gaethje, did you know? Were you given...
Let me pause the speed of this real quick. I've been speed listening to this. Here we go. Did you know?
Sort of a heads up, or how did you find out about this on Thursday?
I already knew that Paddy gonna fight with Ilia Topuria.
Crazy. So going into the Dan Hooker matchup, Arman was already told we're making Ilia Topuria versus Paddy Pimblett. So a lot of people out there that are really reacting to this Paddy Pimblett getting an interim title shot with Justin Gaethje and saying he doesn't deserve the shot with Justin Gaethje for the interim title. We could have had Paddy Pimblett getting a straight up title shot against Ilia Topuria. And that was actually in the works and happening. There were rumors of it, but Arman just confirmed he knew about that going into the Dan Hooker matchup. While he's obviously had a lot of time off, and I think if they would have announced this during his time off, no one would have complained as much, because Arman's been out for ages, and maybe they would have still complained that Arman deserved a shot for sure. But it's almost like they waited until after the Dan Hooker matchup to announce this shit, just to intentionally rile up the entire MMA community and maybe intentionally rile up Arman Tsarukyan. But apparently he knew about Ilia Topuria Paddy Pimblett that was going to happen before this even started. And if Ilia didn't take personal time off, we were getting Topuria Pimblett in January. A crazy revelation. I didn't think that was true. I thought, okay, they're going to have to build up this. Pimblett's going to have to fight Gaethje first, and then they can justify a Topuria matchup. But no, they were going to straight up justify a Topuria matchup. And maybe that's why he magically levitated up the rankings. Let it play.
In January. So, but I didn't know they're gonna do interim title versus Gaethje and Paddy. But
that was news to everyone. That was a shocking twist for everyone.
I knew that UFC wants to do Ilia versus Paddy, and on my mind, I didn't think like it's something happened, even if I knock him out, because they already set up that all things. But at the end of the day, Ilia didn't fight, and I think this is UFC game plan. It's not like a family issue or something.
There is a family issue, but I think the UFC might be taking advantage of the situation to build up this stuff. But he knew that even if he finished Dan Hooker by knockout, there was no title shot for Arman. So the UFC just said, fight Dan Hooker. Even Dana White said at a press conference, yeah, the winner of this is going to fight for a belt, sure. Apparently not. Apparently not. So they just made Arman fight Dan Hooker and just laughed about it like, lol, we're still going to make Paddy Pimblett fight for some kind of title against Justin Gaethje anyway. Good one, Arman. Nice finish, buddy. Crazy.
They want to make star Paddy Pimblett and to bring him to fight for the title with Topuria. has a bigger name and make it like a big fight, like a kind of Khabib versus Conor, but they're not even if he got the belt.
I don't know what that last bit was.
So how did you know? How did you know that Ilya? I mean, obviously it was all over the internet, rumored, but
I mean, rumors, managers, they already know that they want to make the fight, Ilya versus Petty. I already knew that 4 or 5 months ago.
5 months ago. Why are we waiting that long? So I guess they were just saving Ilia Topuria Paddy Pimblett for the first Paramount card of the year in January, because 5 months ago, Arman Tsarukyan knew they're giving Paddy Pimblett a title shot against Ilia Topuria. And we were all thinking, is this going to happen in November or December? But I guess they really were just saving that massive fight and massive, huge thing to like appease Paramount. And people have been talking about the fact that Paramount sat front row at an event where Paddy Pimblett fought Michael Chandler, and there was a lot going on, and there was another fight on that card as well. I think it was Gaethje versus someone. I don't know what was going on, but this is crazy. 4 or 5 months ago. That's why we've been waiting this long at lightweight, is because the UFC already knew. They're doing Pimblett versus Topuria. Wild. But Arman has a lot more to say on certain things. Speaks about some situation here.
Or whatever, but they know I could beat everybody. That's why they didn't give me title fight. Petty, for me, it's a easy work. Justin, it's a easy work. Ilya, easy work.
Makhachev, easy work?
It was a hard work, Islam, but he left. So
you lost to him before and share a fan base. I don't think Ilya's easy work, but listen, Arman's definitely champion B of the division right now. Number 1 contender. Has a win over Oliveira. Gaethje doesn't. Pimblett doesn't. Pimblett doesn't have that top 5 win to put him in this interim title fight situation. Gaethje doesn't have a big win recently at all in his career either. But they just sort of like... Gaethje's actually pretty lucky in hindsight, or it would have just been Arman versus Gaethje as a number 1 contender matchup. So Gaethje, like, the stars aligned for Gaethje's plan of I'm going to retire unless they give me a title fight actually worked. And they probably didn't want to do that because now it makes it look like Gaethje sort of got them to do what he wanted by threatening retirement. But that's the option that they had. And I think they think that Pimblett's going to beat Gaethje. And then they're going to do Ilia Topuria versus Paddy Pimblett at the White House, which is a massive fight.
Nobody on my level on this division right now.
And he talks his shit a little bit here. 443 as well. I think he talks about what he's got next. Or something. I don't know what this bit is.
I don't know. Maybe he's not ready for the January. That's why he's not in good shape. That's why. Or the UFC just say, please leave the title and... But we're going to pay you more in June. Just let Paddy win the fight, and we're going to make it big fight for you.
So you kind of said this right off the bat, but just to clarify, you think this was all by the UFC's plan? And
yes, for sure.
And it's all in a way to just build Paddy. That's what you think this is about, is
yes,
building Paddy.
It's a business to build Paddy and make him easy fights. But I hope Justin going to beat his ass, kick his ass, and we're gonna forget about Petty. Oh,
he talks a bunch of shit about Pimblett in this as well. He does not like Paddy Pimblett whatsoever.
All our life.
We're gonna forget about Paddy Pimblett.
If they wanted to build him, why wouldn't they just put him straight into the title fight with Ilya?
Because they did do that. Listen, fucking ESPN interviewer, fucking hell.
They already did.
They tried.
They gave him easier because they know he's gonna lose to Ilya. Better like to do interim title and make something like a bigger than, because if he has no title, he's fighting for the title. It's he's not that big, but when he gonna be, I hope he's not gonna be a champion, but like UFC think he's gonna be a champion and he's gonna fight for the real belt with Ilya. That time he's gonna be superstar and they can sell more pay-per-views or whatever they do. And the real fighters like me just watching and waiting our time, you know.
It's tough, man. It is a tough reality for a lot of fighters, and I think Diego Lopez getting the featherweight title shot really did prove this. But I'm in two thoughts about this, yeah, because Arman hasn't fought in like 16 months or whatever it was, 18 months. I think it was like a year and a half since Arman Tsarukyan was in the octagon after his split decision win over Charles Oliveira. So it's a very awkward situation because of the timing. Why would the UFC wait until just after Arman versus Dan Hooker to announce this? Why wouldn't they announce it a little earlier? Are they just trying to fucking piss us off? Are they trying to get like a big reaction? Like, why the fuck would they announce that? And maybe build Arman in the meantime? I don't know what the strategy is here. They can't just be retarded, okay? I don't think it's as easy as that to think they're just dumb. They just don't have a clue. Or they're just giving money fights and all this. Because I think Arman has a big fan base as well. You know? You see his tweets with Ilia Topuria. They get he's got all of the Makhachev fan base. They've just sort of jumped to him at lightweight, and now he's their guy. But it's like the contenders, even at featherweight with like Aljo and Murphy, like Murphy fought Pico and that's it. Shitty decision with Emmett. And then you've got Aljamain Sterling for Brian Ortega. Now they're going to wait and see what happens. And Evloev hasn't fought in fucking ages. And that's basically the same position as Arman, except if Evloev had just beaten someone and then they gave the title shot to Diego Lopez. So it's like they're trying to piss off the fan base for monetary gain. To know that everyone's going to lose their shit and make videos about it and blah, 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 and create a big controversy and have all of this drama going into it, whilst also maybe building up Arman at the same time, because this gives Arman a fan base. He has a fan base already, a big one. But this is going to make people rally behind Arman. Maybe in the long run, that's their plan, to fuck over fighters, to make people fans of them, to be like, well, the UFC doesn't like him, so we'll stick up for him. I don't know what is going on with their decision making. I feel like they should have just struck while the iron was hot and made Arman versus either Gaethje or Pimblett for the interim belt, but I will not pretend to understand the decisions made by the UFC. I think he talks about what fight's going to be for him next here.
They could give me they're supposed to give me a BMF title at least. Because what they gonna give me? Who we have in our division to fight for me? If it's not Holloway, there is no names. Charles Oliveira too? I mean, it don't make sense. If they wanna see him losing the game, no problem. But just
It was a split decision, though. And they talk about what's next for Arman Tsarukyan. We're getting rumors and leaks of Oliveira versus Holloway 2 being made. Of course, they called each other out. They're interested in the fight. This is going to be a big matchup for the BMF title. I reckon this could space out the division in the long run. We have Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje in January. Fights Ilia Topuria at the White House in June. You get Ilia Topuria versus Gaethje, the American violence guy, or the interim belt. Massive fight. Guaranteed banger for the main event of the White House. Or you get Ilia Topuria versus Paddy Pimblett, who just beat Gaethje, has the interim title. That's a massive fight for the headliner of the White House card. And you do Oliveira versus Holloway 2 maybe in February for the pay-per-view there. I think that'd be good. February pay-per-view main event, Oliveira Holloway 2. Then the winner can maybe fight Arman on the White House card. And I know he doesn't really like the idea of an Oliveira rematch. What's the point of that, to see him lose again? It was a split decision. You know? It was a very, very controversial split decision. Some people think the finishing, locked-in chokes that Oliveira had you in before the end of the bell or the end of the rounds should mean a lot more than your control and damage that you were doing. But I think Arman did a lot more damage than people remember. I watched back that fight in the build-up to Dan Hooker, and I was like, damn, he really does do a lot of great ground and pound, which is why I picked him to finish Dan Hooker in round 2. So this would be a banger. And if Holloway wins, Holloway-Arman's a massive fight as well. So we're getting massive matchups at lightweight coming soon. But that's what I think should be next. The winner of this for Arman. There's no other option. The other guys are going to have to work their way up. Benoit is being talked about a name for Arman next. No. Bit of patience. Have Arman fight the winner of this. And then at the end of the year, hopefully, we can get the winner of Ilia versus winner of Pimblett Gaethje versus the winner of Oliveira Holloway versus the winner of Arman Tsarukyan versus the winner of this. And we'll get some big sort of like a tournament style setup for what's going on in the lightweight division. But Arman's got a bit more to say, and he trashes Pimblett a bunch. He's really not fond of Paddy Pimblett at all.
They gotta take care of their legend, you know. Don't put them against the killers.
They're not protecting Oliveira by not putting him against you, though. You went to a split decision with him.
You know, you said earlier that you hope Gaethje goes out there and beats him, and we never have to hear about Paddy anymore. Well, wouldn't you kind of like the opportunity to be the one to do it to him, like to beat Paddy?
Yeah. Oh my God. The same. Like I would just maul his face on the ground just with my elbows. Even when I fought with Hooker, I was thinking, what should I do when I was on the top? Should I choke him, or I just should like elbow him? And I just speak, okay, no problem. Let's finish this fight. But with Paddy, I'm not gonna for the choke. I'm gonna just elbow him all day, all night. Just make his face like bleeding.
Damn.
I gotta leave a lot of marks on his face. That's my goal.
This is sick build-up, though. The shit show does create good build-up for these fights, man. As much as it's sad, and I know, listen, Arman was sat on his ass for like 18 months. But this is good build-up. He comes back, he beats Dan Hooker. Everyone's reminded Arman Tsarukyan. Now he's got this massive fan base behind him. You know, the time off definitely did well for him. And this big win in a main event at UFC Qatar. He's got all the Makhachev fans behind him. And this injustice has made them like ferally support him even more. And now we got this shit talk against Pimblett. This is like almost genius ways of working things out with this tournament. Because he's going to have a massive fight against the winner of Oliveira Holloway. And then we've got, who knows, no matter what happens down the line, you've got Ilya Arman accused of ducking each other. Or you've got Pimblett, if he ends up winning this whole thing on his side of the avenue. Then you've got Pimblett and Arman, which is now a bad blood matchup as well. I think he goes further in on Pimblett as well, saying how much he's rooting for Justin Gaethje.
And I'm gonna, Justin, if you need the help, let me know. I'll fly to you and help you.
Really?
I mean, I want him to win, you know. That bullshit guy, I hate him. He's such a I don't know how to explain. You know, when you're an amateur fighter, you can buy judges, you know. You can buy judges with amateur fight. And when like a poor guy is fighting with a rich kid who someone paid for the judges, and he's winning always.
Arman Tsarukyan calls Paddy Pimblett a rich kid. I don't know. Maybe he meant a different thing by that, but Arman, let's not start calling people rich kids, and that's why you don't like them, buddy, because you're going to have to take a long look in the mirror for that one, pal.
Like, don't hate the player, hate the game, but you hold it personally against Paddy Pimblett.
Yeah, I hate just Paddy. I hate Paddy.
Yeah.
I wish it was Oliveira fighting with a Gaethje or someone different, but not Paddy. I hate that guy.
Big hatred. Dude, I'm looking forward to this now. It's actually made me more amped up for these fights in the division. There's a lot more bad blood in these matchups now, but he's right, though, in a way. Why did they not just do, like, Gaethje Oliveira 2? But then you would be kind of left with Oliveira fighting Ilia Topuria again, so I understand why not. And then you can't do Holloway Gaethje 2. This is the problem when everyone's fought each other before. The resolution to this problem was Arman being involved in fucking any of this. But I guess they've considered Pimblett because he's obviously a huge name. Giving him that privilege of star power and stuff. But yeah, because then you could have had like Pimblett Holloway. That would have been a sick matchup. You know? Or Pimblett Oliveira in the meantime. I mean, any of these matchups could have been made. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that fight down the line if it does end up happening. There's a lot of bad blood at lightweight. But let's talk about this Alex Pereira sparring clip because he's getting a ton of backlash for this. And I want to clear things up here. This is the clip that's going around of Alex Pereira. I'm just going to let it play. And then we're going to talk about it afterwards. This is the KO.
Look, as soon as the right hand comes. Bah! Yeah! Bah! 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 Again! Bah!
Here it is. Here's the KO. And it's just an ugly clip in general. So you can see why there's some backlash for Pereira. Now, when I first saw this clip, my initial response was, it's hard, like there's going to be some knockouts in sparring, especially when you're Alex Pereira. And I actually thought to myself that the left hook that Alex threw wasn't really a full power left hook anyway. He kind of just tucked in a tight, very well thrown, very well timed left hook at about 50% power. And he ended up spinning the guy's jaw. But the ugly thing to me about this, and about this KO, is this energy here from these guys. The guy laughing behind the camera. This guy amping up a KO in the gym. This guy here as well. So we got the guy laughing behind the camera, who is this guy here. He's laughing behind the camera at this whole situation going down. Then we've got this guy kind of shocked at the KO. Everyone's recording this, by the way. This guy is getting amped up about the KO happening. This guy right here. Loving it. Everyone laughing. Then you've got this guy who's like refereeing this sparring session with the blue shoes right here, who's going to like big up Pereira for knocking the guy out. Give him a little tap, like, yeah, get in his face a little bit.
Come on. Why are y'all surprised?
And everyone's laughing and amped up over it. And it's a bad looking clip. And everyone was going after Alex Pereira for it, man. People have been trashing Alex Pereira. I love Alex, but posting this is fucked up. You know? This clown never fails to prove he's a scumbag. Alex Pereira's a piece of shit for going so hard in sparring and filming it as well, because Alex Pereira's filming this, by the way. Not random people at the gym. It's Alex Pereira who's filming this, because we're retarded. I hate the MMA Twitter scene, man. It's such a bunch of pussies. But everyone's going to Alex Pereira for this. There's more to this clip, though. Apparently, the guy challenged Alex Pereira to a spar, is the rumor that's going around. And based on the way the people are speaking on the video, I'm going to play the full bit in a second. You can kind of tell that he did. Because I heard an I told you in that first run through of the clip. And this is the context that like these massive MMA pages just don't include. Alex Pereira knocked out his sparring partner with a brutal left hand. No context at all to this. But it's up for us to decide the context on it and to figure out everything. Nothing's really been said as a statement by them at the gym. But it sounds like this was justified, because why else would a gym react this way? They spar with each other all the time. Why are they celebrating and getting amped up over this guy getting KO'd by Alex Pereira? That doesn't make any sense to me. He's also been training with like Rebellis to Spain, so he's doing a heavyweight sparring session at this gym. And this is another angle of the situation right here. And it shows Pereira before that moment. If you're saying, why was he's so many levels above him, he should take it easier. He's actually been destroying the guy before to the body a bunch of times here. Hurts him to the body there originally. He's going very hard to the body, very light to the head. Another big body shot puts the guy down. You've got a guy refereeing it. This guy's like there to like get there in the way, and he's watching real close in between both of them. Everybody is ready in the gym recording on their phones. There's more to this than just fuck Pereira. Why would he post him knocking out that poor sparring partner? There's definitely more to this. You know? Drops him with a body shot. Even here again, another big shot to the body from Alex Pereira.
5 seconds! 5 seconds!
And then this is the KO. Hard to the body. Slumps him with a left hook upstairs. You know what's crazy, man? There's so little effort on this left hook from Alex Pereira. I don't think this is 100% at all. He just touches the chin with a left hook. It's tight, it's fast. It's like, it's got some steam on it for sure. But he barely even moves his, like, he doesn't twist into it too much. He does, he loads it. But he just scuffs the chin with it, and he's just got that weight in his shot that is going to spin anyone's jaw off when they get hit by that left hook. It doesn't look like a massive, typical sparring, someone's throwing too hard type of clip. He just puts some steam on the left hook and the guy goes to sleep. Oh! Down he goes. Out. Bad KO. The guy's been slept. And then the thing is, everyone here's got their phones out recording this situation, ready for something to happen almost. And then you've got these guys celebrating in the background. And the guy who posted the original clip that went viral, he's dancing here. This guy in the hat and the coat in the background is dancing. Dancing around with his phone in the air like, oh, he slept the guy. Everyone's amping it up. Sharma. There's more to this. There's got to be more to this. I think even Paulinho had his phone out as well. Even Paulinho's got his phone out waiting to record this. So I want to know what was said. Everyone trashing on Alex Pereira like, I love this, but posting it's fucked up. We had people saying this is like the Strickland situation all over again. Disgusting sparring etiquette, and this should never be encouraged. Whoever posted the clip is a loser, and it is... I posted this originally without any context. I said, sometimes you have to throw some heat in the gym. KOs are going to happen. Hard sparring's necessary, and this wasn't even that hard. Felt like a 50% power hook. The only thing I disagree with was the guy behind the camera posting it. And I said, shit happens. Apparently, the guy challenged Alex to spar in the gym. This is nothing like Strickland beating up on an influencer. I hate the energy of the people laughing about it, though. Then the guy posting and commentating it, weak. Because they're like shit-talking the guy, laughing about him being KO'd. And this is the clip from this guy here. And I think this does reveal, if you listen to what they're saying in this, this does reveal the kind of intentions of the spar.
I wanted to go with him so bad, but I'm like, oh, yeah.
Big body shot. Someone in the back, I wanted to go with him so bad, but like, yeah, sure you did, bud. Sure you did, man. Big body shot hurts the guy.
Yeah.
Not like he's following up. He even gives a guy a little tap to be like, you're all right.
Yeah.
You know, you're good. Like, I'll leave it. You know, that's a tough body shot that you're going to have to get up from. The guy's fucking starting a count for him. So this is like a proper spar. And I think Pereira was holding back a bit. You know? He wanted to give the guy some mustard, maybe drop him. I don't think he wanted to sleep him like that. You know, he was going hard to the body on the guy, showing some level of restraint.
Got it. Set your ass on the side. Got it. I told you.
This is the shit I hate, though. Like these guys who aren't Pereira acting like they done some shit to this other guy. I told y'all. Got it. And they're like joining in on this, amping up the fucking loss of the guy afterwards. That's the kind of weak fucking pussy ass shit that we don't need on this. That makes the clip seem way worse to me, is the energy behind it, the celebration of people while the guy gets slept. You'll notice Pereira ain't celebrating and mocking the guy and like cheering afterwards like, yeah, I just slept that dude. He ain't posting it himself. It's just people in the gym tagging along to Pereira's ass whooping, basically. Tying themselves in with Alex Pereira's ass whooping.
I told y'all.
No one knows what you said. But maybe, though, the I told y'all, hear me out, is that they were talking about this in the gym. Don't go and fucking spar Alex Pereira. Don't challenge Alex Pereira to spar. You're going to get slept. You're going to get badly hurt. Don't do that. So maybe actually now I'm hearing I told y'all. Maybe the context to I told y'all is that this guy was out here running his mouth in the gym, and that's why this whole situation's going down. Pereira looks like he's pitying the guy. Like, God, I'm going to have to put this guy down again with another body shot in a second. But I told y'all might be like, I told you guys, Pereira's going to put this guy away. He's been yapping. He's been talking about how he wants to do hard sparring with Pereira and spar with Pereira. Pereira's going to put the guy away. Maybe that's what it is.
I'm Nick. Give it to him again. Yeah.
Give it to him again. Yeah. This is savage. This is like a give it to him again. Yeah. That's the crazy part of this. Who is this guy and how many people is he pissed off in this gym? That's what I want to know.
He back in there.
Get back in there.
Back in there.
And the guy's like hesitant to throw now. He's been hurt to the body. Get the fuck out of the way of the camera. Hurt to the body. His elbows are tucked in. His hands are low. Don't let him do it again.
3. Give me 3 out.
Body shot again. Body shot again. Hurts the guy. I need to minimize the camera a little bit more. Hurts the guy with the body shot again just then.
Come on. Don't let him do it again. 3. Give me 3 out.
Oh, down he goes again.
Yes. No, keep going.
Yo, keep going. So they're like egging on Pereira to keep going. Pereira, I don't know if this is his gym. It probably isn't. But these guys ain't the energy you need in the gym, dude. They're giving you a bad name. This is some bitch-ass energy. Keep going. Unless this guy... I want to know if this guy's like the worst person in the gym. How's the whole gym cheering your demise against Alex Pereira? That's insane.
Go on. 43 seconds. 30 seconds. This one's going to hurt him. I know it.
This one's going to hurt him. I know it. And they're all amped up. Like, oh, he's going to knock out our guy. Did this guy randomly walk into the gym off the street? They hate this guy. They fucking hate that big heavyweight guy that Pereira's putting the mustard on to the body shots.
Yo, stop recording this nigga, bro. He's done. Yeah.
Stop recording him. He's done. I won't repeat it word for word there, as we know. But yeah, stop recording this guy, this gentleman, a member of society. He's done.
I knew what the time it was, though. Damn.
And look, those are light shots. Pereira's holding back to the head early. Those are light shots. He's tapping.
I knew what the time it was, though.
He's tapping with those. Tapping. Waiting to set up the body shot again.
Damn, nice two-piece.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor, dude. This guy's public enemy number 1 in that gym. Let the bodies hit the floor. This is extra context that you need. The clip that you saw on Twitter was just Alex Pereira, sleep sparring partner. And then the whole gym goes nuts. And then that makes Pereira look like a cunt. And everyone goes off shitting on Pereira. But this is the full context you need of this situation, because people at the gym cheering, let the bodies hit the floor while this sparring session goes down is crazy.
You're good, Neil. Hands up.
Light right hand. You're good, Neil. Hands up.
Double jab.
Yeah, double jab ain't going to help him.
Stop holding your punches out.
He ain't got no steam in his arms. He's been hurt to the body twice already.
Oh, he's going to slip that right hand and drop.
I think this seems like this guy's been shit-talking in a gym. Alex Pereira is holding back and is teaching him a lesson to the body, is what I'm seeing here. Light shots to the head, a lot of sparring control from Alex Pereira on a guy who's probably been shit-talking and talking about how he's going to put hands on Pereira when he gets into the gym. Heavyweight fighter here.
He waiting for that hook.
Now he's going to right hand body shot. Look.
Waiting for the right hand to come out. Then he's going to throw a body shot. Let me switch sides real quick. Pereira's still going pretty light, all things considered.
As soon as the right hand
Light jab to the face, but then he's going to go hard to the body when the right hand comes out.
goes.
Body shot. Heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Again.
Heavy. Bah, bah, again. They fucking hate this guy. Laughing about it. I hate the energy, man. It's bitch ass energy, because it ain't them, is it? It's not them. Risk. At least you got to respect the guy for risking it. He knows what he's signing up for, you know. You got these fucking pussies laughing in the background, egging it on. Maybe he's a horrible guy, though. I don't know. And then this left hook's the one that puts him down. Just a tight left hook. Drops him. Everyone cheering it. Amping it up.
No business, bro. I told bro,
no business. So this is it. This guy's been yapping shit. I told bro no business. As in, I told this guy he has no business sparring with Alex Pereira.
Come on, man. Come on. Why y'all surprised? Thank you for saving me, bro. Man, fuck that.
That's crazy. So I had a few swings here in terms of how I thought about this situation. When I first watched like the extended clip on Twitter, I thought, who these fucking guys egging this on in the background? They're the real assholes. But then listening to what they say, even though it sounds like they're just shitting on the guy, there's context to what they're saying. I told bro no business. Like, I told this guy he has no business calling out Pereira like that in the gym. So all of these accounts on fucking Twitter posting this is fucked up. This clown never fails to prove he's a scumbag. Alex Pereira's a piece of shit. And there's more going off. All the classic pussies on Twitter, basically. You think of a pussy in the MMA scene on Twitter that's always crying about some shit. They're going off about this as well. It gives a lot more context to the situation. The guy was definitely talking shit in the gym. This is what I'm getting from it. So you go through levels of understanding here. You go from, wow, Alex Pereira shouldn't be going that hard. Oh, that wasn't that hard of a left hook. Then you go, who are these fucking guys in the background egging this shit on? This is crazy. And then you actually hear what they're saying. And you think, oh, this guy, the guy that Alex is sparring has called him out, has been shit talking, saying he's going to put hands on Alex. And Alex is actually being pretty controlled considering the situation that they're in. But yeah, he put that guy away bad. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Toodle pip. I'll see you later. Goodbye.